Roger, give me that gun, run. Right along that back, baby. Aim hot. Clear hot.
Ladies, gents, how's it going? I am back. I actually got my computer to work. I've done a rebuild. I've changed a lot of settings, so I'm using new software. I've got new CPU. All of my editing software, all of my videoing software is all changed. So all my audio is all different. So basically, I am concerned I'm going to mess stuff up, and I thought it would be an absolute shocker and very disrespectful to do a Gallantry reaction video without doing my utmost to it. So I thought, let's do a test. Let's have some fun. Let's have a bit of a tryout. So today, instead of a Gallantry reaction review, we are going to be reviewing the bank scene, the bank job, the big one with the shootout from Heat. If you haven't seen Heat before, it's a movie from 1995. It's fantastic choreography in the shootout scenes. I think it's got some absolute corkers in here that shows just how hard these actors, the boot camp that they put in and the effort that they put in. So we're going to have a look through it. We're going to pause it and have a little chat through it as we go. If you've not seen it before, I would recommend watching this movie before you carry on with this video. Spoilers will be inside, but yeah, let's check it out. It's one of my favorite movies ever. They've just done the bank. They're moving out into the vehicle to now bug out and to move on to their kind of cash location. So let's see what happens. The cops have been tipped off and the cops are coming tooled up because this is a notorious bank robbing gang. Let's see. Cops there. This is the bank boys. Now they're tooled up because it's such an infamous bank gang.
Get down.
You would not bring a shotgun to a high velocity fight, would you? You are putting yourself at such a disadvantage. Can you imagine going to the armory and say, hey, there's a bank job on, I need some tools, what do you got? I've got a shotgun. Oh, say what? Give me one of them high velocity bobbies. Shotgun.
Get down.
Good skills, not glorifying violence or anything. It's just a bloody movie before anybody says anything. But yeah, the enemy presents himself. You win the firefight. You put down a rapid rate of fire to win it. And you're just suppressing that enemy position so they cannot get any rounds on you. Great reaction, very slick. Weapon straight up and engaged.
Second car!
I think you're starting to see a bit of the different capabilities here between the shooters. See if you can pick them out. From what I've seen, there's two who are on the ball, slick drills, slick skills, and one who maybe not quite so much, maybe lacking a little bit of the discipline. I'm talking movie sense here, I'm not talking real life. Bigger finger. Bit of a lax there. Ignore the left and right options that they had to drive out. They had seen the block ahead. Ignore the left and right options. Let's focus on the good stuff. Excellent. So getting away from the magnet that is the vehicle, heads down, peeling out. They're creating a base of fire, and they're now going to start trying to win the firefight. They're going forward, which from what we've seen makes sense. They've only got pistols, maybe shotguns forward. Back to the rear, they've got high velocity, so you need to take the fight to your best point that you can. Let's move forward. Let's see what we see. 2 to 3 round bursts, engaging the area rather than being a sharpshooter and aiming for individuals, winning the firefight, as we would say. Put more rounds down than the enemy, put them down accurately into their firing and likely firing positions, get their heads down. And then once they put their heads down, you've won the firefight. You can then decide what is your next course of action. So now what they're doing is a thing called pairs fire maneuver, pepper potting. I'm sure the US military has it, but basically you do not move forward without somebody shooting. Now it's a good skill to shout go, because they've already shot a lot of rounds. People don't know what state your ammunition is in that magazine that is on the weapon system. So if you shout go, it gives them that belief, that firm feeling that he's on top of his ammunition. He's telling me to go. He's not going to be changing his mag soon. That's if you've got a good pair operator with you. And as I said before, he is engaged in 2 to 3 round bursts. He's just engaged in an area. He is winning the firefight. And as you've seen, 2 people creating a base of fire, 1 person bounding forward. Always fire, trying to keep down the heads of the enemy. Look at that little drill. Let's just check that back a little bit. Watch his weapon system as he turns and reorientates himself to the rear. Barrel up. Fantastic. Simple thing. They do it loads of movies. They sweep their buddies, the people who are on their teams. Barrel up, turn around. Once he was orientated in the way, he dropped it down exactly where that threat was. Really slick drills. They don't have to be the most complex. They don't have to be, the most exciting. These drills, these simple drills done well, are absolutely devastating. This is the stuff that I taught to my recruits whenever they were in the infancy of their infantry training. If you get the basics right, the gods of war will be in your favor. Absolutely. This is great. Again, 2 people creating a base of fire. Instead of moving forward, 2 people creating that base of fire, the other person reloading, but he's reloading in cover. He's taking a knee. He's got in behind the vehicle, so the rounds have to travel all the way through that vehicle. The magazine's off, and he's in feeding for his next magazine. I can't quite see that the detail's not good enough. The whole trigger finger thing here is a little bit lax, but again, look, the weapon is pointing in a safe direction, shall we say. It's not towards his buddies. These are just fantastic little skills and drills. And the magazine is on, the weapon's ready to fire. Whenever he presents himself back up, he's already engaging at the enemy. There's no standing in the open. There's no changing the magazines. There's no walking out in order to be able to shoot. Really basic stuff. And what he's doing here is another absolutely basic fundamental of pairs fire maneuver. You engage 2 to 3 rounds and then you move your position. You engage 2 to 3 rounds and then you move your position. Even if you're only moving 2, 4 foot, 5 foot, it's vital, because you're suppressing a lot of enemy. All it takes is one of them to see your position. He fixes his foresight blade or his optic exactly where you were. If you take cover, change your magazine. If you come up in that exact same place, it's a bead, you're just going to get dropped. So 2 to 3 rounds, move position, head back up, 2 to 3 rounds, back down, move. This is all really basic military stuff, but the basic stuff done well. I'm so impressed with these actors, how much effort they've put into this. again, there was that barrel up, that sweep round, lots of engagement, lots of rate of fire. He's changing magazines. Look at his barrel straight up in the air again. I think there was a little check of the slide. I think that's how you work it on the M16. If we tend to got a stoppage, you tend to hear it on the SC80. You'd hear it quite well. And quite often you would be prepared for it, but yeah, it's just straight down, magazine change, in cover, back up and engage the enemy. And this is quite quick. You got to consider he's under a lot of pressure here, and I don't know how many takes they done, but he does it quite well. Let's be honest. Look, down in, straight on. Good stuff. Good stuff. So they're still keeping that baseline, they're still nice and wide, they're still advancing forward. Just one from the cops here. They are engaging straight at that baseline as well, that roadblock. So I'm not sure if I was on either side, I would be happy with the shooting going on. They picked. Have you ever seen? Oh, what's that movie? It's very similar to this. Ronin, the old Sean Bean pretend SAS dude. Oh, we set up an ambush here. Set up an ambush here. What? You're gonna fucking shoot each other? You know, is that exact same case here? You are gonna be shooting up your buddies. Great drills here again. So they had their base. They are now going to try to break contract. They're doing something which we would call a peel, and they're peeling off to the right. Now the great thing that these guys do here is, so he's verbalized it to him. He's looking, which he probably doesn't need to do, but his buddy comes past so close, or close enough to him for him to be able to hear and to know that he's through. So he knows that the first person is through that peel. Sometimes you might give them a tap on the shoulder. You know, if you can't see them, ideal. If it's dark and at night time, you might give them a shout to let them know that you're in position. Or quite often you would just engage with maybe 3 or 4 rounds, just a really quick 2 double taps, just to let them know that you're in position and your weapon system is up and ready to go. But it's a really nice peel, peeling around behind. Not like in some movies where they peel in front. So really, again, these aren't specialist drills. They are just basic drills done well. And he's isolated. Be honest, if you were part of that police line and you just had 3 blokes bounding towards you, automatic weapons, and I give you the good news like they had there, would you be getting up? I think I'd be laid down there and counting my absolute blessings if I was still alive. Guys, I'm going to pause it there. I'm not going to give away what happens next, but I just want to recap on this here. Those really, really slick drills. So that initial contact, winning a firefight, suppressing the enemy, getting in the vehicle and trying to bug out. They could have taken a few options. It's a movie, let's not get too much into it, but whenever they did kind of stop the vehicle and break out, it was creating that nice wide baseline, winning the firefight, and then starting their pairs fire maneuver forward. Simple things like the barrel sweeps, barrel in the air, turning around, laying it straight onto the area of threat, and the magazine changes, that basic one of getting into cover each time, changing the magazine and then presenting yourself back out. And finally, the peel. The peel was quite nice. They only got one person through on it, but fantastic. My understanding is it was Andy McNabb, so that famous British Special Air Service soldier who choreographed the shoot-up scene in this. Please correct me below if I'm not right. But this is by far just the sound. The next time you listen to it, just listen to the sound and how crisp those weapon systems sound in this urban built-up area. It is a fantastic piece of choreography. I believe there was no Hollywood mags in here. I think if we did see any where they fired a lot of rounds, it was probably due to the editor's cut kind of thing. So the editors not being quite as aware as the actors. Actors, thumbs up, man. That was fantastic. So comment below. What's your favorite shoot-up scene in a movie? Have you seen this before? And if you haven't, what do you think of it? Guys, I hope that was something a little bit different. I hope that brought a little bit of fun. I didn't want to butcher a Gallantry video, an incredible act of gallantry from real life. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of the new setup, and I'll see you again very soon. In fact, I'll catch you in the comment section. Get in there. See you soon. Goodbye.